talking about the part where I said you had episode 1 and I was asking you what was the reason why y'all discussed relationships.
Right.
Why? What's the reason?
Cause like the like it's a prominent topic like always like in the media. A lot of the major media sites, they always pushing public relationships, stuff like that. Like they always invested in other people's relationships, stuff like that. So that's something they always pushing. That's something people always talking about. So people always have different talking points about it and opinions about it, and it's podcasts on it. So it's basically like it's a hot topic. So one of the things that I kind of just learned from over the years, just hearing a lot of different conversations is people, well, not people, but it's in my opinion, I feel like it's a specific agenda where they trying to separate the black family.
Mm-hmm.
And, I want to start the conversation on, first holding like men holding men accountable,
gotcha.
And the women holding women accountable. So
yeah.
we just starting the conversation.
Okay, so what are some things that you feel like people should be held accountable for, in general, not just a man and women thing? What you think?
Just in general.
That's a good question.
I feel like people should be held accountable for anything that comes behind their name. That includes like
that for sure.
Your child. That includes like your job, your car, your house. Like you should hold everything yourself accountable for the things that you got going on. You can't blame the world for why you don't have your stuff in line. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, accountability. But in a relationship aspect, like we talking about like survival of the family, and
yeah.
Like the family like really like divided right now. I hear a lot type, and I wouldn't even say it's everybody though, but I feel like it's targeted.
How many people you know married?
I actually have a homegirl. She just got married.
I'm saying, but is it a lot of people?
No, it's not. It's not. It isn't, but it's a beautiful thing. But that's true though. I feel like it's such a beautiful thing. It's just all about like. I think I told you we were having a conversation off camera previously, and I was saying how people don't really understand the concept of through thick and thin, or like for better or worse. And you go through certain things that you don't necessarily agree on. I feel like on the women's side, we're sticking to our boundaries, or we're at least trying to. But on the man's side, it's more of like, men, they don't really commit, or they don't really feel safe in a relationship if their situation ain't in line, like money wise or just mentally. So you can't really blame either party for the relationship not working. Like it's all about communication.
Right. Do you feel like it's a like a gender like that pitting like the men versus the women right now?
I feel like the way people think is toxic. So
right.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Like I feel like people just trying to tear each other down, and that's one of the things I said. Like, I didn't deal with it experience wise, just because you might be in a certain situation, but at the same time, like I feel like in a woman, you having that nurturing spirit, like just start building the men up around you. You know what I mean? Start uplifting the people around you, and that shit go both ways. It ain't just the women.
So how do you feel? What is your perception on female masculinity, like, or male? Males. I feel like there is a such thing as a masculine woman, a woman that doesn't really necessarily know how to let a guy lead her. But that just comes with everything that person has been through. I just learned to be more feminine. Like I feel like I was more on the masculine side as far as like handling everything and not really wanting anybody to like lead. But
Right.
but I'm definitely coming to understand that we're put on this earth to find a partner.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You had your daddy on that,
Mhm.
right? Like,
Yeah, my dad was active, definitely.
And that's why we talking about the family.
But he was. It wasn't like my biological dad though. I had, you know.
so maybe that's, you know.
But no. He treated me like that's my daddy.
You still
Yeah. Mhm.
But that's why we talking about the family though. That's the reason. That's
Yeah.
That's the reason
get that.
for it. You know what I mean? Because we got to start having that conversation because you know otherwise like we just getting separated and in the long run in order to survive we got to stick together. And right now we not we ain't doing good. We ain't doing well. You know we just had the highs last year. We just had the.
So what made you interested in like this specific topic? You said that it's popular, but does it hit home for you? Like, do you feel some type of way about it?
Yeah. Just in life, like, I definitely be having a lot of interesting relationships and shit like that for sure.
Mhm.
Definitely.
They're all interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely real interesting for sure.
But
Yeah, so.
I don't know. I feel like things just get too deep too quickly. Like it should be. I think when you know is right is when it feels easy. It feels comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But what if when you're young, you just having fun, you ain't just thinking about, you ain't thinking about, you know, when they young people right now ain't thinking about
Right.
no type of long term.
Right.
But
You can say that about older people too, cause I consider myself I was born in 2000, so I consider myself one of the younger people. But I've dated older. I'm more attracted to older people, but I feel like they're not ready either. It ain't an age thing.
Right.
It's the mentality.
Yes, the mindset.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Down that deep.
So I can't necessarily say like it's a younger type of thing, but I can agree that younger people are a little bit more off the chain.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The new generation, like it's so different now. Like everything, like I was telling this story. Like I was talking to this 18-year-old girl. Like she had 2 kids, but she barely could read. She barely could talk.
Wow.
And it was sad. Like I was telling her how like you know you need to just trying to give her some advice, and she like took offense. I was trying to explain like you know. Because she ain't have her father in her life growing up.
Right.
I was trying to explain, like, you know, because of that, you might got a sort of resent for men psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it might be hard for you to receive certain messages.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, and she ain't really want to receive that, but. It definitely.
No, you hit her. You hit her hard.
Yeah.
You hit her hard because hey, sometimes I feel like with women, you just gotta accept it. Like that I have had resentment from men. I feel like I definitely had that, and that affected relationships.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? No, not. I don't feel like it's all men, but I feel like there's certain things. It's not just a women thing. Women and men have triggers.
Yeah.
We got triggers. So as soon as you do something that I recognize, it's like, oh. So, yeah, you got triggers, man. People don't acknowledge that. They don't want to take accountability for it. Could be your fault.
Yeah.
It could be my fault, maybe. Yeah, I probably messed it up, but hey, you ain't want to stick through the thick and thin. Like it's just I ain't really got no other issues besides I feel like we all don't have issues besides like we don't really trust a lot of people.
You think it's because people be having, they feel like they having options? People just feeling like, oh shit.
Probably, but that's child's play.
Child play.
That's child's play if you can't commit because you have options. We all got options.
And then you got social media out here. Like social media changed like life in general. You know, not too much into it, but like the Industrial Revolution and the AI and just having what's the word? Accessibility, pretty much.
Right.
Cars, internet, phones, like so much accessibility now. Like people get spoiled and shit, and shit like fuck your mind or you get addicted to the shit.
Right.
And the natural way of living like that ain't what we going by no more. It's just like what's going on now, but we done veered so far from, you know, our natural way. You know, people just they get lost, and you really gotta be in tune with yourself for real.
Right.
In order to know what's going on out here.
I think that's probably the scariest part of entering, like, putting yourself in like a limelight. I think that's the scariest part is like losing yourself.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. I feel like I became different over the years, but it's been better. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be a better person. You don't want to lose yourself in what everybody else thinks. That's scary.